बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन। मेरा नाम मुज़म्मिल एजुकेशन वाला है और आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं माया के साथ तकरीबन 15 से 20 मिनट के लिए। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है अंडरस्टैंडिंग इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, व्हाट इट इज़ एंड व्हाई इट मैटर्स। आज हम समझेंगे कि इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस क्या होती है, ये हमारी डेली लाइफ और टीचिंग में क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है और हम इसको कैसे इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं। तो चलिए बात करते हैं माया के साथ। हाय माया,
Hey,
हाउ
hey,
हाय माया, हाउ आर यू? आई होप यू आर डूइंग वेल टुडे।
I'm doing great, thanks. How about you, Muzami?
I am fine. It's great to have you here with me. Today we are going to discuss on interesting topic and I am really excited to hear your thoughts.
Cool, what's on your mind today?
Let's get started.
All right, let's dive in. What are you talking about?
All right, Maya. Let me begin with my first question. What is emotional intelligence?
Emotional intelligence is basically being smart about feelings, your own and other people's. It's recognizing what you're feeling, understanding why, and managing those emotions well. And it's also about picking up on how others are feeling, empathizing with them, and navigating relationships effectively.
Okay.
Why did you ask about this specifically? Do you think there's something specific about emotional intelligence that's interesting you right now?
Okay. Can you explain emotional intelligence in simple words?
Sure, it's like understanding how you feel and how others feel too. Your friend is sad, you know it, and you can be kind. If you're getting angry, you know to take a breath instead of yelling. It's street smarts for feelings, basically. Does that make sense?
Okay. Why is emotional intelligence important in daily life?
Honestly, it's huge. It affects everything from work to relationships. People with higher emotional intelligence tend to handle stress better, communicate more clearly, and build stronger connections. Makes a difference in pretty much every area of life, really. What made you curious about its importance?
Okay. Is emotional intelligence different from IQ? How?
Yeah, totally different things. IQ is about book smarts, problem solving, logic, traditional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is about people smarts. You can have a high IQ, but still be terrible at reading social cues or managing your reactions. Emotional intelligence is more about how you navigate relationships and handle your own emotions. So it's much more about being in the world rather than mastering it. Does that help clarify the difference?
Okay. How do emotions affect our decisions?
Wait, can you clarify? Did you mean emotionally inform or emotionally support our decisions? I want to make sure I understand what you're asking.
W- What is self-awareness?
The self awareness is really just knowing yourself. It's understanding your own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, values, what makes you tick. But it's not just knowing these things intellectually, it's actually being able to recognize what you're feeling in the moment and understanding why. It's about tuning into yourself. Why that question?
Okay. Why is self-awareness important?
Self awareness is important because it's hard to change what you don't know about yourself. If you're not aware of your own emotional triggers, you'll keep reacting the same way over and over again. If you don't know what motivates you, you end up pursuing goals that don't actually matter to you. It's like driving with your eyes closed, you'll crash eventually.
Okay. How can I understand my own feelings better?
It's a great question. One simple trick is journaling. Just write down what happened during the day and how you felt about it. Start with basic stuff like I felt annoyed when, or I felt happy when. Then try to dig deeper. What specifically made you feel that way? Meditation or mindfulness can also help you tune into your body and notice what's happening without judgment, or even just taking a few quiet moments each day to check in with yourself. Does any of that sound doable to you?
Okay, what is self-control?
Self control is basically your ability to manage your impulses and reactions. It's about not acting on every thought or feeling that pops into your head. It doesn't mean suppressing emotions, it means choosing how you respond, even when things are intense. It's like having a pause button between your impulse and your action. Make sense?
Okay, how can I control my anger?
It sounds like you meant anger. And that's a good question. First thing is knowing your triggers, what situations or people push your buttons. When you feel yourself getting angry, try to pause, take a few deep breaths, and maybe even step away from the situation. Sometimes just giving yourself a moment to calm down can help you respond instead of react. Have you ever tried any of those things?
Okay, why do some people react quickly without thinking?
People react quickly when their emotions are overwhelming, like when they're really scared, angry, or stressed. It's often a survival thing, like your brain is just trying to protect you from what it sees as a threat. But sometimes it's just a habit. They haven't learned to pause and think before reacting. What makes you wonder about that?
Okay, how can I stay calm in difficult situation?
Couple of things. Deep breathing definitely works. Even just 3 slow, deep breaths can calm you down. Focusing on something physical, like noticing your feet on the ground, can also help bring you back to the present moment. And sometimes it helps to remind yourself that you can't control everything, just how you react.
Okay,
Are something you're dealing with a lot lately.
okay, what is empathy in simple words?
Empathy is basically walking in someone else's shoes, trying to understand what they're feeling from their perspective, not yours. It's like imagining what it would be like to feel what they feel. It's different than sympathy. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, empathy is feeling with them. Pretty simple, right?
Okay, why is empathy important in friendship?
Empathy is the glue that holds friendships together. When you can truly understand how your friend is feeling, you can show up for them in ways that actually matter. They feel heard, supported, and understood. It builds trust and strengthens your connection because they know you get it, not just that you hear them.
Okay, how can I understand other people emotions?
Pay attention to body language, facial expressions, posture. Listen to the tone of their voice, not just what they're saying. And ask them how they're feeling. Often people want to talk about it, they just need someone to create space for it. You can also try imagining yourself in their situation. What would you feel?
Okay, how does it help in teaching?
Empathy really changes teaching. Imagine you're explaining something and the student looks completely lost. Teacher with empathy spots that immediately, instead of just plowing forward, they figure out what the student needs, maybe a different explanation, maybe more practice, maybe just encouragement. It's about connecting with students, understanding where they're coming from, and meeting them where they are instead of just teaching the material.
Uh, can emotional intelligence improve leadership skills?
Absolutely. The probably one of the biggest things, great leaders know how to motivate and inspire people, and that all comes down to emotional intelligence. They understand what their team members are feeling, build trust, handle conflict. A leader who can manage their own emotions also creates a safer and more productive environment. It's hard to imagine a really successful leader who isn't emotionally intelligent.
Okay, how can teacher ask emotional intelligence in class?
That's a good question. Teachers can create lessons where students talk about feelings, role play different scenarios, and practice empathy by considering different perspectives. They can model emotional intelligence themselves by staying calm when students mess up, apologizing when they make mistakes, and encouraging respectful communication. And they can also help students recognize when they're getting overwhelmed and teach coping strategies. You think schools should be doing more of this?
Okay, how can teacher use emotional intelligence in class?
There's a ton they can do. Beyond what we talked about, modeling the behavior, empathy exercises, all they can also use emotional check-ins at the start of class. Help students label their feelings when they're frustrated with schoolwork, create classroom agreements about respectful communication. It's about making the classroom feel emotionally safe so students can learn without feeling scared or ashamed. It turns class from just academics to life skills too.
Okay, thank you so much, Maya, for sharing your valuable insight today. It was truly a pleasure speaking with you. I really appreciate your time and thought. We look forward to seeing you again in our next discussion.
You're so welcome, Muzamil. I really enjoyed our chat. It was
Until,
thoughtful to explore all that with.
until next time,
Hi there.
take care and goodbye.
See you later, Muzami. Take care.
तो ये था आज का हमारा टॉपिक, अंडरस्टैंडिंग इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, और ये था हमारा डे 8 का सीज़न। मैं हूँ मुज़म्मिल एजुकेशन वाला। उम्मीद है आपको इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में क्लियर और सिंपल आइडियाज़ मिले होंगे, जो आप अपनी डेली लाइफ और टीचिंग में यूज़ कर सकते हैं। अगर वीडियो पसंद आए तो लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और शेयर करें। देखते रहिए मुज़म्मिल एजुकेशन वाला। नेक्स्ट वीडियो में फिर मिलेंगे इंशाल्लाह। अल्लाह हाफिज़।